So we discussed 32 to 35 verse in our previous class. So it was very long, but you can still sing with me. Kim no rajena govinda, kim hoge जीवितेन वा येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च तामेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणान् त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्यः पितरः पुत्रास्तथैव च पितामहः मातुलः श्वशुरः पौत्रः श्याला सम्बन्धिनस्तथा एतान् हन्तुम् इच्छामि नोतपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य हेतु किं नु मही कृते निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान्नः का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन Okay, so let's do the revision through quiz. So yes, first question goes for you. Why did Arjuna say that he did not desire victory, kingdom, or happiness?
Because it would not mean anything to him to have some glories if he's going to make his relatives and friends and dear ones suffer. So he was feeling this way.
And basically, if no one would be there, then that victory would be of what use? If no one would be there to celebrate it. Okay. For whose sake did Arjuna think a kingdom and enjoyment were desirable?
Repeat that again, please.
For whose sake did Arjuna think a kingdom and enjoyment were desirable?
For whose sake?
Basically, whoever was present there, the family members, his teachers, his relatives, his friends. So he was thinking that kingdom and enjoyment is for their sake. So I will not fight. I will step back and I would allow them to enjoy or to, take the kingdom. I don't need anything. This is what he was thinking. Okay. Which relatives and respected persons did Arjuna see standing on the battlefield? So you can name the relatives, or if you remember their name or relation, you can, mention whatever you remember.
Of both sides? Or
No,
only the
of opposing side.
Yeah, so
Or yes, you can, share of both sides, because he was seeing both the sides.
So from his side were the Pandavas, and he has Sri Krishna by his side, and then from the other side there were some of his previous teachers. There were some acharyas like Dronacharya, Bhishma, who was an elder. A similar name, but it's different person. It's a Bhima. And many of his well-wishers. I don't remember all the exact names. Ashwatthama was mentioned also. That was in the other side. He didn't have specific liking, affection for him, as he did for, say, Bhishma. I can't
Yes,
remember.
basically his friends, his sons, he was seeing everyone there.
Ah,
Okay. Grandsons, maternal uncles, father-in-laws. So brother-in-law was also there, Draupadi's brother. So yes, like that. Okay, last question. What was Arjuna's opinion about killing the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra?
I'm not sure if this is going to be correct, but so they had caused the Pandavas a lot of suffering. But nevertheless, I mean, there is this war because of these issues. And but still he's feeling discontent, and he's feeling that what is the point? And like previously we were saying, you know, if there won't be anyone, and if it's just him, so he doesn't desire this.
Yes, basically he was thinking that I would gain no happiness by killing my loved ones.
Yes, yes.
Thinking that. Okay, perfect. Now let's move ahead with our next verse, 36. Perfect. Please sing after me. Papamevashrayedasman
Papameva Shrayedasman
hatvetanat hatvetan ātatāyinaḥ
ātatāyinaḥ
tasmannarha vayam hantum
tasmannarha vayam hantum
Dhṛtarāṣṭran sambandhavan Dhṛtarāṣṭran sabandhavan Dhṛtarāṣṭran sabandhavan. Oh, you are freezed. So let's resume now. So, Dhṛtarāṣṭran sabandhavan
Dhṛtarāṣṭran sabandhavam
Svajanam hi katham hat. No, let's do it again. Papamevashrayedasman
Papameva Shrayedasman
hatvetan ātatāyinaḥ
Hatvaitanātatāyinaḥ
tasmannarha vayam hantum
tasmannarha vayam hantum
Dhṛtarāṣṭran sabandhavan
Dhṛtarāṣṭran sabandhavam
Svajanam hi katham hatva
Svajanam hi katham katva
Sukhinah syam madhava.
Sukhinah syama madhava.
Okay, perfect. So, Arjuna is again trying to give further excuses why he should not fight. So, he will give another big reason or excuse why he should not fight. Sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Before we go ahead, let's see the translation of verse 35, where he said that What pleasure will we derive from killing the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra? So yes, he was thinking that they are my loved ones. I should not kill them. Now he is giving further excuse that if I will kill, you are telling me that no, it is your duty, you should fight. So if I will kill my loved ones, then sin will overcome us if we slay such aggressors. Therefore, it is not proper for us to kill the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra and our friends. What should we gain, O Krishna? So, here is a word, ātatāyinaḥ. Ātatāyinaḥ means aggressors. So, aggressors should be killed. It's mentioned in scriptures that aggressors should be killed. Definitely, this is not applicable in Kali Yuga, but yes, it is mentioned in scriptures that aggressors should be killed. But now Arjuna, because he is because of his ignorance, he's saying opposite. That no, we should not kill the aggressors. If we will do so, then that would be a sinful activity. And you can see now he is again mentioning Krishna with this word, with the name Madhava. Do you remember the meaning of the name Madhava? Ma means goddess Lakshmi, and Dhava means husband. So the one who is husband of goddess Lakshmi. So yes, O Krishna, husband of the goddess of fortune, and how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? So again, now he is addressing Krishna with this name, Madhava, husband of goddess of fortune, that you are the husband of goddess of fortune. Then why are you instructing me and inviting unfortunate here? Sin will overcome us if we will slay such aggressors. You are husband of the goddess of fortune, then how can you instruct in such a way? So he is addressing Krishna with this name for this purpose. So he's saying, how could we be happy by killing our own kinsmen? Now, in this commentary, Śrīla Baladeva Vidyābhūṣaṇa will give reference from Shastra that how Arjuna is speaking just opposite. So see, it's mentioned, Agnido Gardashchaiva Shastrapanir Dhanapaha Kshetra Dharapahari Cha Shad Ete Hai ātatāyinaḥ. The arsonist, one who poisons. So who are aggressors? He is giving the definition from the Shastra. Who are aggressors? One who poisons. So let's just try to count if sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra were really aggressors or not. So do you understand the meaning of arsonist?
Yes, it's when they create fires to destroy. And I think he
Yes.
said Agni in the...
So do you agree with this? Did sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra try to do this? They tried to burn Pandavas, right? In that house. Lakshagraha. So yes, you can tick here. Yes, this quality match. One who poisons. So again, Duryodhana, he tried to poison Bhima. So I don't know if you know this story or not. Once he invited Bhima for a feast. He knew that this Bhima is #1 foodie and he loves to eat. So let me invite him on a feast. So he invited him on a feast, and in that food, he mixed poison. So later, when he ate all food, he was poisoned. His whole body was poisoned. And those people, they threw Bhima in water, in the lake. Not lake, actually it was ocean. That feast was happening on a ship in this ocean. So yes, they threw Bhima in the ocean. And then later, by some benediction, he was not poisoned. Instead, his poison saved someone in, that ocean. There was some serpent or something like that. So because of his poison, that serpent was saved. I'm not remembering the exact story. But yeah, he tried to poison Bhima. So again, you can take this one also. One who attacks with weapons. So this is also true. The thief, the stealer of property. So definitely they are thief, they are stealing the property, they are not giving the right of Pandavas to them. Although this was the very right of Pandavas, Yudhishthir was the eldest brother from all the brothers. He was elder even than Duryodhana. So it was very right of Yudhishthira that he would be the king, next king after Dhṛtarāṣṭra. But they were stealing their property and they were not giving them their right. The stealer of one's wife. So you can see in, Draupadi's case, how they try to insult her, humiliate her, they try to undress her. So again, all these qualities you can see matches. So definitely sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra were culprit. So yes, these are considered aggressors. Vashishtha Smriti 3.19. So he has given the reference of scriptures here. And also it is said, now he has mentioned the qualities of aggressors. Now also it is mentioned, ātatāyinaḥ āyatam hanyat avachicāryat yan nātatāyiva dosho hanturbhavati kaścana. Without consideration, one should kill the aggressors, as there is no fault in killing them. Manusmriti 8.350. So you can see it's clearly mentioned in the scriptures that aggressors should be killed without any consideration, and there is no fault in killing them. If one is killing aggressor, then it will not be considered as committing any sinful activity. So Śrīla Baladeva Vidyābhūṣaṇa is proving this by giving the reference of Shastra, that how Arjuna is speaking just opposite because of his ignorance. And this is what we all do. We try to justify our material desires or whatever things. This is because of our ignorance. So this is what Arjuna is exemplifying this very nicely here, that how if any person is ignorant, then he will say anything, and that will definitely not be the wordings of scriptures. In fact, that would be opposite of scriptures. So yes.
So is this ignorance disguised as compassion?
Exactly. Therefore, by scriptural injunction, it is justified to kill these 6 types of aggressors. Just like today also you will see, if any person, if he had murdered someone, so either he would have to spend rest of his life, his complete life, in jail, in the jail, or otherwise he will have to commit suicide according to the rules of laws. And yeah, right now also it is not considered as any criminal act, because these are some rules of laws, that if he has murdered someone, then he'll have to go through uh, such things. So same way, if any person is an aggressor, then he should be killed. So yes, it is justified here. In this verse, he replies to this argument. Having killed them, the sin caused by killing relatives will come to us who remain. This means that the statements of Arthashastra, as mentioned above, are weaker than the statements of Dharmashastra, such as Ma himsyat sarvabhutani. Do not afflict any living entity, for Smriti. Yes. So see, this is also one statement from scriptures. So Arjuna is trying to quote this statement from scriptures to justify his own, uh, his own self, that why I should not fight. So this is also one thing, that do not afflict any living entity. We should not harm any living entity. But that living entity, if he is innocent of, or if he has not committed something, or in short, if he is not an aggressor, so it is applicable to that person. For the Smriti also says, Arthashastra tu balvat, Dharmashastra iti sthiti. The rules of Dharmashastra are stronger than those of Arthashastra. Yagya Valkya Smriti 2.21. Therefore, killing Bhishma and others worthy of worship on the strength of the weaker Arthashastra is certainly a cause of sin. In this verse, Arjuna concludes his statement, which started with Na cha shreyo nu pashyami in verse 31. Therefore, tasmat, because of the commission of sin, and also because we cannot even achieve physical happiness in this life, stated above in the verses, stated in the verses above, we should not kill the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra, who are our relatives. So, the conclusion is he's trying to justify himself. He's trying to give excuses. And he is, molding the meaning of Shastras to justify himself. That's it. And you can see right now also there are so many Bhagavad Gitas. People have, given so many commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. I'm again reading Bhagavad Gita from the starting, because my mother is also showing interest in reading Bhagavad Gita. So again, I'm reading with her in Hindi. So again, I was reading in the introduction, where Prabhupada is mentioning that how people, they are trying to justify themselves, or they are trying to put their selfish motive ahead, putting Bhagavad Gita in center. So basically they are using Bhagavad Gita as their medium to justify their own desires by, giving so many nonsense commentaries on that. So yes, you can see people has molded the meaning of Bhagavad Gita. They are not telling the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada mentions this very clearly, that Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the scriptures, because essence is to understand our relationship with God. But if any person is trying to mold it, So definitely he will not become a devotee of God or Krishna. So yes, that way people, they are trying to mold the meaning of Bhagavad Gita, just like Arjuna is doing here. He's trying to mold the meaning of scriptures to justify himself. Our enjoying the kingdom without our elders and friends meant for bringing happiness will actually bring sorrow. O Madhava, husband of auspiciousness, Lakshmi, why do you instigate this war devoid of auspiciousness? So, just opposite of auspiciousness. So, why are you trying to do this? Why are you instructing in this way? Note, the derivation of Madhava is here Ma, meaning Lakshmi. Please note this. And Dhava means husband. So Madhava means one who is husband of Lakshmi. So yes, that was it about the commentary of Śrīla Baladeva Vidyābhūṣaṇa. Now we'll see the purport of Prabhupada, which is again almost same of what we read. According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressor. Would you like to read the purport?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, purport. According to Vedic injunctions, there are 6 kinds of aggressors. 1, a poison giver. 2, one who sets fire to the house. 3, one who attacks with deadly weapons. 4, one who plunders riches. 5, one who occupies another's land. And 6, one who kidnaps a wife.
So you can see here Prabhupada is mentioning the clear meaning of what the sons of Dhṛtarāṣṭra has done with Pandavas. They set a fire to the house, how they attacked with deadly weapons, plunders riches. So, through gambling, they did that, occupies another's land, and kidnaps a wife. So it's clear. Okay, move ahead.
Such aggressors are at once to be killed, and no sin is incurred by killing such aggressors. Such killing of aggressors is quite befitting any ordinary man, but Arjuna was not an ordinary person. He was saintly by character, and therefore he wanted to deal with them in saintliness. This kind of saintliness, however, is not for all kshatriya. Although a responsible man in the administration of a state is required to be saintly, he should not be cowardly. For
So you can
example,
see there is a difference between saintliness and cowardliness. And yeah, the word that you mentioned, disguised compassion. So exactly it is what, you can see here. So yes, in Srimad Bhagavatam also it's mentioned that devotees, they do not fear about death. But okay, it's okay if they do not fear about death, but it doesn't mean that they will, stand in front of a running train and they will smash themselves. That's called foolishness. That, okay, I am devotee, I do not fear from death. So it's foolishness if he will stand in front of a running train. So there's a difference. So same way you can understand this point also, that there's a difference between being saintly and being cowardly. Move ahead.
for example, Lord Rama was so saintly that people even now are anxious to live in the kingdom of Lord Rama, Rama Rajya. But Lord Rama never showed any cowardice. Ravana was an aggressor against Rama because Ravana kidnapped Rama's wife, Sita. But Lord Rama gave him sufficient lessons, unparalleled in the history of the world. In Arjuna's case, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own grandfather, own teacher, friends, sons, grandsons, etc. Because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps necessary against ordinary aggressors.
Yes, so now we can see in the case of Lord Rama, he killed Ravana, who was an aggressor, but definitely he was neither a grandfather, nor a teacher, nor a friend, nor a son of Lord Rama. So yes, that's why Prabhupada is mentioning here that, however, one should consider the special type of aggressors, namely his own this, etc. So yes, and because of them, Arjuna thought that he should not take the severe steps necessary against ordinary aggressors. So that's why he was thinking that, okay, aggressors might be some people, but I see them as my loved ones. And that's why I should not fight with them and I should not kill them. Otherwise, it would be like committing sinful activities. Okay, besides that,
Besides that, saintly persons are advised to forgive. Such injunctions for saintly persons are more important than any political emergency. Arjuna considered that rather than killing his own kinsmen for political reasons, it would be better to forgive them on grounds of religion and saintly behavior.
so you can see, somewhere Arjuna, when he's thinking all these things, he seems very confused here. So we should try to understand, like when we are also practicing Krishna consciousness. So some phases, like many phases will come in our life where we will get confused that, oh, what is good for me, whether I should do this or that. So we may also be in that phase where we are confused. So instead of taking decisions or our own selves, we should try to approach a senior devotee who may give us guidance on through shastras. So this is very important. So now here, instead of asking from Krishna, he's trying to decide by himself that, oh, what should I do? Probably this is best for me. I should do this. I should do that. So he was confused. And later, when he will, like we will see in coming verses, he will say that, oh Krishna, now I accept you as my teacher. I am your student. So please guide me, and whatever you will say, I will follow it. So after saying this, his confusion was fading because now he was hearing Krishna and he decided to obey the instructions of Krishna. Okay. So he did not, therefore,
consider such killing profitable, simply for the matter of temporary bodily happiness. After all, kingdoms and the pleasures derived therefore are not permanent. So why would he risk his life and eternal salvation by killing his own kinsmen? Arjuna's addressing of Krishna as Madhava, or the husband of the goddess of fortune, is also significant in this connection. He wanted to point out to Krishna that as husband of the goddess of fortune, he should not induce Arjuna to take up a matter which would ultimately bring about misfortune.
now again, this is, you can see, this is because of his ignorance. On one side, he is mentioning Krishna as the husband of goddess of fortune. And on another side, he's thinking that being the husband of goddess of fortune, he is bringing misfortune. This is not possible, but then also because of his ignorance, he's thinking like that. Just suppose if sun is out and any person is standing under sun, so is it possible for him to to be covered by darkness? It's impossible. So same way, it's not possible that any person, if he is following Krishna or if Krishna is instructing something, then it will bring misfortune in life. It's not possible. So again, he was, showing his ignorance here. So see, Prabhupada is saying in next line, however,
Krishna, however, never brings misfortune to anyone, to say nothing of his devotees.
yes, this is very important, and this is very much important for one to have faith on this, that Krishna never brings misfortune to anyone. What to say about his devotees? Devotees are so dear to Krishna. He never brings misfortune to even one who are not devoted to him. Then what to say of his devotees? So this one can understand only through Shastras. So it's very much important that we hear Shastras on the daily basis. Okay, so with this, we have completed our verse 36 here. We'll conclude our session here. If you wish to share something, then please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. It's very nice that we can read the shlokas in the Sanskrit, and I was just realizing that the words of Sanskrit are very similar to some of the roots of the Roman languages, which is Latin. So, like ma, hatva, I had not realized. So ma is also like like the European countries and have that ma, or like mother, Latin derived, like French and Italian and Spanish, have that similarity. So it's very useful to read the shlokas to be able to understand the significance, even if it sounds like it's just technicalities, but it does give you the meaning of things, so like so that then you can refer as Mother Lakshmi, and how the fortune is like prosperity, because people sometimes think, oh, fortune means that you have monetary value, but fortune is also that they're going to, like it was said, we don't want to have misfortunes. So yeah, just thinking about how this is useful for everyone in the world, because then they can understand how to apply to their lives. And yeah, it's quite good. Yeah, thing.
Yes, I really like this point which you mentioned about fortune, that fortune or prosperity doesn't only mean money. Prosperity means, one should have good health, he should feel happy, peaceful, joyful, disease-free life. That is prosperity, not only money, because we cannot eat money. So yes, thank you so much for sharing it.
Okay.
Okay, with this we will stop here. Thank you so much for joining. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.